Okay, we're here in the inn at Redridge, and I'm going to start the Darkshire 20 to 25 leveling experience. I am level 22 on my Worgen Rogue Jingle Bell. It is flagged as 20 to 25 on the beta forums, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I've got the breadcrumb quest from the NPC here in Redridge, so I'm going to go and head to Darkshire now and see how we get on. Okay, so I've picked up my first few quests, and there's 4 of them altogether. One thing I've noticed is that they seem fairly familiar based on the original version of Darkshire quests. They do seem to be a little bit different. I'm not sure exactly how, but what's changed, but they do seem to be familiar, at least. Basic go away and kill X random mob sort of quests, or collect items from mobs. One thing I'm alarmed by is the notion of I've got to now go and kill Worgen, my fellow kind of werewolf, almost brethren, as it were. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I'll get on with that then. So here I am doing Wolves at Our Heels. It's a quest to slay 12 dire wolves. One thing I've noticed already is that the wolves themselves are dropping items for the other quest here, the seasoned wolf kebabs quest, which is pretty nice. You know, it's a lot less grindy than I remember this area being previously. Another nice thing that I've noticed is the venom web spiders are very nearby to these wolves for the Wolves at Our Heels quest, and they also drop the dusky lumps for the crab cakes, so that's pretty convenient. I do seem to recall this this whole sort of sequence before taking a lot longer. So now up to the Worgen in the Woods, familiar quest name from Vanilla. The Worgens here are using the updated model for Cataclysm for the Worgens. They do seem to kind of pounce out of the shadows in a very terrifying way. It's quite suitable for Worgens. Some Worgens over there fighting each other. That's pretty interesting. The nice thing about this Worgen in the Woods quest here is it also contains in the same area the Stolen Letters quest objective, so I can just get that along the way, and it flowed together very nicely from the earlier quests in this sort of upper northern area of the river. So let's see what's going on. Opening with ambush from stealth does seem to be pretty powerful at these low levels, I do have to say. I've always found it a bit strange how it's still the case now. There's sort of different types of Worgen. Specifically, we're looking for the Nightbane Worgen. Oh, there's the letter, or stolen letters, I should say. I've been jumped. Nice to see they've kept that terrifying sort of howling. I'm just doing this quest, the Night Watch, to kill these rotting horrors up in Duskwood, and I'm pretty impressed. These rotting horrors seem to, upon death, leave around a nasty kind of plague cloud, just gassy kind of space that you don't want to stand in, which is it's pretty special for kind of low-level quest mobs, I think. Not something you'd usually expect to see in the original game. I mean, that's just a nice kind of exciting thing to come up against. It's not really hurting me at all. It's ticking for 11 damage, so I can just stand in it. But it's, you know, it gives a bit of flavour. The other nice thing about this area is while I'm doing this quest I can also speak to Blind Mary, so while doing the night watch I can also complete Look to the Stars, because I need to persuade her to give up her reflective surface. So overall pretty pleased with this little section. Another one of these quest clusters, as I'm going to refer to them from now on, because they just seem to be nicely clustered. Bones that walk, I've got to kill these skeletons, and also as I've just approached this area now I've noticed that the whole graveyard is sort of sparkling with shiny things that seem quite interesting, and those are the rot blossoms that I've got to gather for the Gather Rot Blossoms quest. Rather apt name there for that one. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. And then next door, Vile and Tainted, just to go and kill some even more Worgens. I've slain quite a lot already. And just south of that, Roland's Doom, just to find a journal. So just another nice little area, and it all seems to flow nicely. I've just defeated Zark Vul, I presume that's how you pronounce it, for the Ogre Monocle. Quite an interesting, different kind of fight than you would expect in old content. He's used Blade Storm against me and knocked me back. It wasn't too hard, but yeah, that was quite a satisfying little encounter to have on this short quest in the Vulgol Ogre Mound. Also, while I've been here, I've been collecting, killing ogres for the other quest in this area at the sort of crossroads. I'm just about to head over to the Yorgen farmstead to do the rest. I just find this whole sort of sequence where you loot the mound of loose dirt to be a little bit random, and it doesn't really seem... It's a bit difficult to tell what's going on. He just sort of, it looks like he leaps in to attack and then just randomly disappears without much explanation. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, what's all that about? Maybe some speech bubble would explain that better. Just my thoughts on that. He leaps in, knocks you down, and that's it. Just doing Miss Mantle's revenge here. Pretty key moment in the Duskwood story. There's a little bit of role play, if you like, going on here now. Let's see how it falls out. This is pretty dramatic stuff right now. Curse of Stalvan. I remember that. That's classic stuff right there. Although, I think it used to last a lot longer. That was pretty fun. One thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of back and forth between this end of the map and this little junction here. And something that I was thinking was perhaps maybe a flight path would just make that a bit more, you know, a bit less taxing on the back and forth, because it's a fairly long road, or maybe something a bit similar to the mount in Darkshore that took you from the camp to Bashala Ran. Now this is a pretty good one, pretty exciting thing. I'm just picking up here a quest to slay Stitches, memorable NPC from Vanilla. And you actually get the little window that pops up at the side, new sort of feature in Cataclysm, giving you the portrait of that character animated there at the side. And the rewards seem pretty nice as well, some blue items. So
be careful.
I'm assuming I'll go into some sort of phase now. Lights did seem to dim then. For some reason I'm able to mount up inside the town hall, but never mind. And there he is, Stitches. So let's start hitting him. I do appear to be tanking him. Oh, that wasn't too hard. And that's just pretty epic. That was awesome, with the whole town sort of on fire. Let's give him a bit of a loot and go and hand that one in. So I've just arrived in Raven Hill, and I've actually noticed there is a flight path here, so that sort of makes up for the lack of that in the kind of middle section of the map, so I'll just pick that up now. And there's quite a few quests here, and it seems a bit revamped. Some sort of Gilnean tents here, some Worgen NPCs.
You need something?
Right, let's get on with it. So I'm doing the Jitters Bugs quest, which I always remember felt quite grindy in the original game, and it still seems to be like that. It's not really on par with the other kind of quest revamps that I've seen so far. A little bit too grindy, and for some reason these mobs seem to like to just run away and disappear, and randomly kind of spawn back in. A little bit frustrating, quite annoying, and it just kind of impedes your ability to get this thing done. Something I've just noticed in the Ravenhill cemetery sequence of quests, there's a quest item here hidden inside a bruiseweed node in the middle of the map, which is sort of makes it a little bit difficult to, as you can see there, I'm mousing over the bruiseweed and the quest exclamation mark, so it's a little bit awkward. One thing I've noticed in the catacombs here, as you can see there, it's a pretty nice idea. These buried corpses that crawl out of the graves that are all around. It's a pretty nice concept. One's just appeared here. They sort of jump behind you, which is not very nice. And then the only problem I've found with these guys is it seems like you can't loot them, which is, you know, disappointing. Just about to embark on this Morbid Fell part of the story. He seems a little bit updated. Let's see if this guy wants to join. Okay, let's see what happens when we use this staff. Oh, he's significantly weaker. Yeah, that was almost too easy. A little bit kind of disappointing. He went down quite quickly. Yeah, a little bit too easy there. So this seems to be the conclusion to Duskwood. It's taken me to just over halfway through level 26 after having started at about a third of the way into 22, and that's with minimal rested and the guild perk fast track